But the problem I had was that I set a time out in the future and decided not to make the changes. There's breaks ahead, didn't have time, and got in an accident and subsequently arrested for DUI. I was finally picked up on my warrant. So I was in jail for 6 days. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to make this video kind of an introduction to me and my story, not just for the channel, but my experiences in the past and what I've dealt with as far as cycling through weight and the true story, which has brought about even more and real lasting change, which is my struggles with alcohol. The first time I decided to get in the gym and lose weight was around 2014. I was probably like 270 pounds at that point. Big boy. I'm only like 5'9" or so that's a lot of weight to have on a 5'9" frame. But yeah, I got down to about 190 pounds, I think, and then moved to San Diego. I went to culinary school, and then, you know, I was running and stuff, but it wasn't enough to stay fit, especially going to culinary school, eating all the rich food and all that kind of stuff. Desserts, pastries, everything's available there. Everyone's cooking all the time, so there's food. And then I also was working full-time, going to school full-time, and then I even started staging at restaurants a couple nights a week just to gain some experience. And so it was impossible to keep the weight off. So I was probably 190 when I started culinary school, and then was up to 250 again when culinary school was over. Then I started working, and a couple years later, around 2018 or so, I decided I'm gonna go back to the gym. I'm gonna start eating healthy again. Probably started around 250 at that point, got down to around 180 or something like that during that particular cycle of weight gain and weight loss. And then COVID hit. So everything was closed. I stopped going to the gym, obviously. I ended up getting laid off from work. Had a lot of time just to, you know, sit and do nothing. And that's where the real problem started for me. Because I had so much time and there was nothing to do, I started drinking more. It used to be like, oh, I'd have a beer or two, you know, every couple of days. But then it really started going downhill with COVID and having so much time and even resources to just be able to be a degenerate, I guess. That's what I call it. Now, especially looking back, reflection on those times is really important. But yeah, so I started drinking probably going from light beers and like mid-range alcohol beers to drinking like 5 to 6, maybe even more IPAs per day during COVID, and it just started that downward spiral. Things opened back up, and I even started a new restaurant, was making recipes for it, and being the head chef at that place, and it was really cool, and it was a cool experience, but it still didn't deter me from the habits that I had gained during COVID, which was drinking every day. And I would still be drinking like 4 or 5 beers per day. And then on off days, it was even more. And that's just when I began to shut down and shut people out. And like I used to be a huge extrovert, and then it became me shutting down and moving inward on myself, and just sitting at home by myself on off days, drinking, not being social. It used to be social drinking, then it became not so social. So it wasn't just like the headaches and the bad feeling in my body, but that actually started moving into my mind. Like I said, I stopped being an extrovert. I stopped going out and drinking socially. It became an inward thing, and I would just sit at home and drink there. And then that started affecting me mentally. I'm not going to claim some kind of badge of honor for, any kind of mental disorder that was out there. I was never diagnosed with anything. It's just what I felt like in myself, which was feeling anxious, feeling depressed, feeling like I wasn't going anywhere. And to be fair, I wasn't. So there is that. There was never any diagnosis. I never sought any help on it. I was just in my own head, spending drunk nights and spiraling mentally. And to coworkers or friends that actually saw me at any point, it was, working hard, getting out there, doing things that I needed to do, and doing all that stuff. But internally, I'd go home and it would just be depression, and I'd spend nights crying or feeling sad or feeling bad about what was going on in life. Now we can fast forward to 2024. That began with me just realizing that I didn't want to wake up feeling nauseous and feeling sick every day. I didn't want to wake up and be throwing up just to feel some sense of normality, or having headaches, or whatever it was. It was all wearing on me. Skin looked terrible, gut felt terrible, body was stiff, sore, achy, and not for good reasons. It was just because I was drinking a lot and not doing anything to improve my health. And then there was an EOS gym getting ready to open up, so I went and signed up. That was in about May. And then I started writing in my notes app on my phone. I was like, we're gonna start going to the gym, we're gonna work out, we're gonna stop drinking, we're gonna eat healthier, we're gonna do all these things, and it's gonna be great. But then I was like, oh yeah, summer's coming, we can have, a little bit more fun before we make these big changes. And I was like, July 4th, we're gonna have fun, party, drink it up, it's gonna be a great time. But the problem I had was that I set a time out in the future and decided not to make the changes. On July 4th, I went down to San Diego. I live about an hour from there at the time. So I went down to San Diego. My sister was out there with my nephew and some friends, and they were camping. So I went out there having a good time, had some drinks, but my plans got cut short after a while. I was cooking, fireworks started going off. I had my dog with me, and he was absolutely losing his mind because people in the neighborhood were shooting off fireworks, and they were basically right above us. And so he was freaking out. So I made the decision. I was like, I'm gonna pack up, I'm gonna get out of here. And of course, this is where everything, kind of fell apart. I was about 10 miles from home, got in an accident after being distracted because the dog was whining in the back. I looked back, there's brakes ahead, didn't have time, and got in an accident and subsequently arrested for DUI. And that was really tough. I didn't say a word, and it was just because of shock and disappointment in myself, really, because I made the decisions and now I have to deal with the consequences that followed. So yeah, I was in jail for about 24 hours. My sister helped get me out. Thank God that she is basically a saint. But then that was go time. I quit drinking cold turkey, and was just trying to deal with all that stuff, trying to figure out court, all those kind of things. And then the gym finally opened. I started going to the gym that opened up in December of 24. Started getting into my routine, doing all that stuff, still not drinking, eating healthy, trying to optimize every area of my health and wellness. Still had so much to learn, still do have so much to learn. But then I was trying to deal with the court stuff and found out that I had missed a court date. I didn't get notification on when the court date was after I had originally appeared. And then found out that due to that, there was a warrant for failure to appear. And so that kind of sent me into a spiral, not right away, it took a while, but I started getting more anxious. I started just being in my head, getting paranoid, and that made my sleep suffer. And then, fast forward into October, and then I started drinking here and there again. It's still not a lot, but this is cope, I'm justifying it, but I shouldn't have been doing that. But yeah, it was a couple drinks here and there in the week, mostly again on days off. But fast forward to this year, and it finally caught up to me. I didn't know how to deal with it. I was trying to save money to pay the bail so I could go to court and not be arrested. That never worked out. And then I was finally picked up on my warrant. So I was in jail for 6 days, and it was not a fun experience. Don't recommend it. If you got something going on, take care of it. It was a truly awful experience. But a couple days in, I was offered home confinement, or as most people just know it, house arrest. And then I got out on that, and it was weird. Like, I was in jail just thinking about, okay, I'm gonna go into this program, what's it gonna be like? It's gonna be terrible, it's gonna be awful. And it is, don't get me wrong, there's a lot, there's a reason it's still a punishment, and it's still serving time. But I realized in my first day that my brother brought me home, and I was just sitting there thinking, I have some decisions to make. I'm not gonna be able to go to the gym. I only have a certain amount of time that I can be out. I have a job, so the only time that I can go to the gym is on my days off, when I have a little bit of time that's free and I don't have to take care of responsibilities and things like that. So that day I took out kettlebells, dusted them off, took out my box that I have, and cleaned that off as well. And I decided it was time to get down to business. Bought a walking pad as well. So I was like, I'm not gonna let this situation take me down. I'm going to improve. So I decided that in this home confinement, I was going to improve. I was going to do things to get better and to make my life better, to make me better as a person. So I created a morning routine, letting my dog out back. I couldn't go for walks in the morning with him anymore, so I let him in the backyard, let him do his business, get him food, get a green juice ready to drink. It's a gut health thing. But then I decided, I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to spend time reading the Bible. So I spend quite a bit of time doing that, and then I get into my workouts, walking 30 minutes and then doing some hits and some dynamic stretches, all that kind of stuff. Spend about an hour and a half to 2 hours doing that, just continuing to get my workouts in, so physically I would be stronger, reading so mentally I'm stronger, and spiritually stronger as well. I'm tracking my calorie burn, tracking my calorie intake, all those kind of things. And it's still tough sometimes because I want to be at the gym. I want to be around other people trying to improve their health and things like that. But again, we're dealing with consequences of bad decisions. And so this is where we're at. And I have to do the best that I can do with the situation that I've put myself in, and taking responsibility for that and owning the mistakes. So I made the choice that I wasn't gonna let this home confinement take me down. I wasn't gonna let the consequences dictate my mental stability or my mood anymore, and I was going to take the opportunity to become more disciplined and to work harder and to be more structured in my everyday life. It gave me time to reflect as well. So I spend time at night journaling, kind of reflecting on the day, reflecting on the week, being able to track more things. The changes have been crazy with no drinking and with all that, getting better sleep. My skin looks better. I'm more alert. I have more energy. I'm just overall healthier making those changes. So there are some positives like that I can take from the horrible situation that I put myself in. But one of the main things, I said it in my introduction video, and it's one of the main lessons that I learned throughout this whole process, throughout this last 2 years, which is the sign off that I had. Don't change tomorrow what you can change today. And when I was thinking about that and I came up with that idea, I realized, oh, that's a Benjamin Franklin quote, and it says, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. And that's kind of become my motto. It's simple yet profound. And if I really decided to take that action in 2024, when I said drinking stops after July 4th, if I said drinking stops now, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. But it's the same thing if the diet starts next week, or I'm gonna start meal planning or meal prepping next month. It's just one of those things that has become my motto. It's like, if I can change it today, why would I wait until tomorrow? If I can make the change that's going to improve my life, why would I wait until later to make that change? It's important to, when you have that moment of inspiration or that moment of motivation, is to take advantage of that, to capitalize on it. Because when you have the energy to do something, you have the inspiration and the motivation to do something, it's like, just get out there and do it. Because those actions lead to healthy habits, which lead to discipline, which leads to a real change in lifestyle and a real change in health or mental stability or mood. Just don't put it off. Make a plan and make the small changes to improve your life. So yeah, I'm still in court. I'm still dealing with the consequences of my actions and decisions, or my indecision to make the changes. So there are positives, but I'm still going through the court process, still dealing with the consequences of my decisions or indecisions to make the necessary changes. It's tough, and it does get to me sometimes. I can't say it doesn't. I lack motivation all the time. I just have to rely on the discipline that I built up over time. I have that feeling to slack off. Like, I want to be lazy, because it's like, you just have those days of what's the point? And I still have those days. And the nice change is that, I fear getting off of this program, because I have not only a GPS monitor but an alcohol monitor. It makes it so I can't even use mouthwash or hand sanitizer, because it could set it off, and that would be very, very bad. But I'm determined to make the most of this situation that I find myself in, due to what decisions I made in the past. And now my challenge is to improve myself mentally, to improve myself physically, to improve myself spiritually. Yeah, just because you're going through some hard times doesn't mean that we still can't make improvements to our lives. Some of that motivation's gonna lack, but I say discipline over motivation every day, because discipline is what helps us to get in there and do the things that are necessary to improve our lives. So this video is kind of just to invite you into my life, where I am, and invite you into the process of my improvement, both or with all three: spiritually, mentally, and physically. Now I can show some videos that are more full body. I crop some of them before because I have the ankle monitors on during workouts and 24/7, but I wanted to make this video before showing that, so there's some context as to why that's going on. So this channel is going to be about that process, about improving, about getting better, about my research into nutrition and into health and the things that are harming our health in everyday lives, in our everyday lives, to detoxing and more. I'm not an expert, but I'm going to be doing a lot of research. I'll have studies and graphs and charts and all those kind of things. So I just want to say, I hope you'll join me if you want to see more about my story and how it develops. I'll be posting recipes and meal prep ideas that are actually healthy, that have clean ingredients, and that are good for body, soul, and mind. And then my detox project as well, getting rid of microplastics and just the toxins that are in everyday cleaning supplies and everything like that. If you want to see more, just hit all the buttons that are necessary. If you want to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And just keep this in mind. Don't change tomorrow what you can change today. Be well, everyone.